Hey guys, I have a story that I've been really dying to tell you all. Last weekend, I ran a session from one of my campaigns, and overall the session was a kind of a downtime session. For those who never played D&D, downtime is essentially the moments between adventures, or even when your stories have moments where nothing really can progress, your characters essentially have time off. They have time to kill. The players are essentially waiting for a war with two third-party factions to end so they can continue with their adventure. I asked them, going into this, hey guys, so just so you know, you got about 30 days to work with here. You can go and investigate a little bit into the plot. You can go and buy some things. You could even learn a few things. One of my players was really intrigued by that. She came to me and just, could I, train a little? So I thought, okay, this particular player plays a character called Xenna, who is this wonderful paladin triton. Thinking with her character, she would come to me and want to enhance those abilities. Yeah, of course, sure, you can train. That's easy peasy lemon squeezy. I initially thought that she would go and, maybe practice on getting her muscles up. Maybe she would work on her cardio. Maybe she would find out some other adventurous, archery skill. Instead, she came to ask me, can I train in babysitting? Babysitting? What do you mean? Because, see, the thing is, Xenna has a soft spot for kids. And most recently in the party, another player's older characters, because my players have multiple characters in this world, a lot of them kind of come and go, and most recently, one of those players' characters came back, not only with her husband, but also with her freshly born little baby. That character goes by the name of Autumn. She is this wonderful, motherly deer folk, which, yes, is a homebrew race that I have helped to establish with my players. During the course of another story arc, Autumn fell in love and married one of my NPCs, this wonderful, kind of large, kind of scary looking at first sight minotaur called Barda. And by the end of the campaign arc where they wed, they found out that they were with child. And so by the time Autumn and Barda came back into the party, said child, who goes by the name of Sabine, was born. And Sabine, one of my favorite NPCs I get to play as now. Because usually in most adventure stories, you don't really see too many little kids, little rugrats. Most of the player characters, found the kid overall adorable, of course. It's Sabine, it's the baby. How can you hate babies? But for the most part, kind of kept their distance. Xenna, on the other hand, upon seeing this gorgeous, wonderful new baby, looks at everyone else as Trip goes, if any of you touch this small child, I will go and murder all of you, and then maybe your siblings, and then maybe your pop. There was also the added bonus that the Autumn's player was really worried about the party becoming obsessed with making sure the kid stayed out of harm, and having another character not only wanting to come help take care of the kid so blatantly, I think it worked out there too, because, I decided to give this kid the ability to cast wild magic. In D&D, there are a variety of ways you can become a spellcaster. Either you can study the mystical arts to become a wizard. You could make essentially a blood pact or a spirit pact with some higher graded being to get powers from them. You also could take up a class called Artificer, which is essentially a class that allows you to build or create devices that essentially recreate the magical effects. And then there's the last one of the most popular ones, which is the Sorcerer class, which means that you are born with magical abilities. And that's what I did with Sabine. So we begin the session during week 1 of their babysitting training. And it's not going well for poor Xenna.
I see.
Diaper goes on the bottom of baby. Oh, it's like a mind-blowing experience for her. So it's not going well as you could expect when you have a typically more action-oriented paladin. Throughout all of this, in the background is Barda trying his damnedest, even though he is a good 6 foot tall minotaur. 7 foot tall minotaur, trying his best to like sneak into his workshop behind all of this. While Xenna is doing her best to work out which side is up on her child. Week 2, Xenna and Autumn actually have a good time getting Xenna's mind around, oh, diaper goes on the bottom of the baby. Good to know, good to know. And in the background, Barda shenanigans continue to go on, being more grandiose. What are you eating? Oh, bone. Grandiose in the background. And the two gals are having none of that. They decided to go and confront Barda at his workshop. Naturally, the pair, each one of them, have different assumptions. Autumn thinks he's just avoiding his responsibility. Xenna assumes, though, that Barda may be working on some baby armor, because Barda is a blacksmith. So at the end of the week, they go and decide to confront Barda, see what he really is up to. With Autumn having Sabine in her arms and Xenna at the door. Hello? Master Barda? Are you in there? Master Barda? Are you working on baby armor? Don't worry about it. Autumn does not take kindly to that. Barda, I'm getting worried. Can you please open the door? Lady Autumn, do you wish for me to break down the door? Don't break the door. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You're good to go. Can I break down the door, Lady Autumn? Can I? Autumn just sighs and nods to Xenna, just going to knock the door down. Lo and behold, Xenna finds Barda going, no, you see nothing here. And instead of seeing the battle-ready baby armor that Xenna was hoping for, she instead sees this adorable little swing set with a nice little swing, a little monkey bar, and a little tiny metal horse. To her credit, Xenna does two things. One, she chastises Barda for not actually having baby armor, but does the good, noble thing. It doesn't tell Autumn the surprise Barda is working on. So we jumped into week 3, and things unfortunately are taking a turn for the worse for poor Xenna's training. Because this week they are mastering the art of helping the baby burp. Xenna is sitting there, practicing the art of making the poor kid burp. It only succeeds in getting thrown up on twice. Autumn started to worry a little bit whether poor Xenna will ever make a proper babysitter for their child. Xenna lets Autumn take Sabine off to go clean up the poor kid, messed up kid. And that's when Barda confronts her. Hey, you know that special thing I'm working on? Yes, Master Barda, you're making a boring swing instead of baby armor. Yeah. I need your help with something. Easy to help the small child? Yes, see, I need some leather for one of the swings. These mean that's nice and tough. Specifically the leather from like the plot of a horse, because that's usually pretty thick and been hit upon to get the thing going. Either way, if you can do that for me. Do you want me to go kill a horse? Oh, no. You don't have to go kill a horse, but I can if I want to. Sure, as long as you give me the leather, it would mean a lot to me. Unfortunately for the player, I didn't let her kill a horse. But she did get the leather that Barda needed for his swing. The final week, week 4, was entirely geared towards training Xenna on handling a baby who has wild magic powers. As they go about this, Xenna and Autumn have a rough time. They spent a few days turned into flower plants. Another day, they spent the entire afternoon as old crones in a corner. It did not go well for them. I had described to my players that Xenna, I'm sorry, but at this point, it seems like you're not really kind of clicking in how to really be a proper good babysitter for Sabine. It was around this point Barda walked in and asked, what's wrong? How did the training go? Autumn, at this point, has headed up to here with the jerk. Well, of course it'll go well. You were in your workshop the entire time, you big lug. You should have been out here helping me take care of your daughter and help our friend be a good babysitter. Barda, to his credit, takes his lickings with a calm, collected demeanor. Hang on. Xenna, come come here. You're talking to me? Yeah, come here. I want you to hit me. Hit me, hard as you can, across the face. What? No, you don't hit, do not punch him, do not. And she goes and just wallops him across the face. Barda looks back, a little bit impressed. Okay, my turn. And just, socks Xenna with a nat 20. And when I ask her as this blows across her face, give me a quick Constitution saving throw to see if she can keep her footing. And she gets a nat 20. The table goes wild. Autumn is standing there, aghast at watching this display. Barda stands proud at her proving her mettle. Yeah. Autumn, I think she'll do. What do you mean? Wait right here. And Barda leaves and drags back in that swing set and puts Sabine inside one of the swings and proceeds to go and take the metal pieces off parts of this contraption, slowly revealing that this whole thing is actually an entire stand for his real project, this tiny little baby armor carrier that completely encloses Sabine inside this well-protected metal suit. Thank you, Xenna, for that plot leather. With it, I was able to build my patented plot armor. And that's when I revealed to Xenna had gained the feat of the babysitter, which gives her the powers to wear the plot armor. Additionally, Xenna can use a bonus action to encourage baby Sabine to use some of her wild magic on any target within 30 feet. And Xenna, her player, just squealed with delight. So yeah, that's my story on how I built by far one of, I think, the best feats I have ever homebrewed. And I cannot wait to see where this goes next. Well, that's it for today. Thank you all for listening to my tale. I hope to see you all next week for one of my favorite days of the year. I have something really special planned and I can't wait to show it to you. But until then, as always, take care, stay awesome. Bye! You were so good today. You're gonna get all the cheese, so come on, let's get you some cheese.